Hello everyone, welcome back in part 3 of making this spool together. I have painted already this, so it's not boring to see me painting, because I make my videos in real time. I don't know how to do it in time-lapse or to cut in my videos. I prefer real time. So I told you in my previous video that I will dress up this dress form, and I have this vintage lace. It's all that I've left. I love this lace. It's tattered, there are holes in it, it's so fragile and very old. So I have cut off a piece. Let me put this out of the way. I have cut off a piece and I will dress it, but before that I will put a wooden knob on top of the, just like here. Can you see? No, I'm not in frame. Here, the wooden knob, but it's a natural color wood, so I will distress it with a vintage photo. It's so tiny. Oh, it's so tiny that it... Where did it go? Oh, there. I'm so sorry. I take another tweezer. It's so tiny. I distress it with vintage photo. It's always like that. When you are alone, it goes right, and when you are on video, it goes wrong. So now it has a darker color. I will glue it on top of the dress form. I took another glue gun, an old glue gun, but it's also not working. Like that. So now I am going to dress let me see. You see, this is an old glue gun filled with glue and fibers. Like that. And on the back. I'm sorry, I was out of frame. So I take this thread. No, it's not thread. We call it boomka. I don't know how you call this in English. So it's very easy to make. As you can see, it's just a little small piece of old lace, and I make a bow. I hope you can see it because it's so tiny on video. Like that, and I cut the thread off. And now I am going to add it on the shelf. I want to let it hang over the shelf, the dress, like this. And on the back. Put a little bit of glue on the shelf. And to make it look naturally, it has to hang down, because your dress is never going up. Well, if you are standing on a subway like Marilyn Monroe, but normally you glue it on like this, that it looks naturally. And this. Here I want to put some darker color on it, but this pattern on this lace is too large, because we want to stay in scale 1 to 12. So I cut it off. So that we have an edge. I will glue this I hope you can see it well. A little bit of glue on the shelf. So this goes down. Like that. And here on the other side I want to make a piece of cheesecloth. And I will glue it on here. Just like it's hanging down like this. I love this threaded look. Like that. And I want to put something behind because it's an angel theme. I have to use images with angels on it. But I also like this little girl who's praying. I think it's too big for it. It's it's not on scale, but because it's almost the same size as the dress form. So I will glue. I will start gluing on these wings. Like that. And I will add a little piece of fabric on it, lace trim. I never can tell what I'm doing in advance because it grows under my hands. Oh, I'm sorry. And I want to add some roses, but I have yellow roses and I don't like the color. So I distress them with a vintage photo. And now they are the right color. I have to cut them. glue. All those glue strings like that. Then I take this image with angels on it. Put this behind the dress form. All these glue strings. Oh, and I have a little let me see, I need some thread. I have a little spool, a wooden spool, and I will distress it. And on a vintage spool you are always has these little things on the sides, but these are too big, so I have this size, and I have already cut one, but yes, here it is. And I will distress it, the sides, and in the middle you have a hole. So it's so tiny. And I will glue this on. And then I take some threads, sewing thread. I wind some thread on it. I lay this spool here on the shelf. And the threads must hanging down, because your thread is never going up. So this is so far, because we are on 20 minutes, I have to cut this video, and thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you back in part 4. Bye bye.